This is verse 28 of the 16th chapter, Gospel of Matthew. Jesus has just given what appears to be a pretty clear reference to a final judgment, a setting in which he comes in glory with the angels. It can introduce a little bit of confusion as to what's going on in the next verse, because it appears on the face of it to be referring to the same event, and yet it seems that is not probable, and so commentators have had an interesting time playing with this. But let's take a look at it. Simply the words, first of all. So we have Amen. This certainly gives weight. Amen, I say to you, lego, first person singular, present active indicative of lego. So truly, I say, humen, indirect object here is the dative plural of the second person pronoun. Amen, I say to you. Of course, this formula is used by Jesus when he wants to say something of particular weight and importance, to attach specific attention to it. Hoti, that, in the context it's either that or because. Here it's that. Asin, from Ami, I am, third person plural, present active indicative, there are. So, Amen, I say to you, there are some. This is an indefinite pronoun, some. In the nominative plural, there are some. And then tone, estotone. This is from histemi, means I stand. This is the perfect active participle. It's the masculine plural genitive. So there are some of the standing ones. In the middle of the phrase is hoda, in declinable adverb, it means here. The standing here ones is the idea. So I'm saying there are some that are standing here is the simple sense of it. Hotenes, this is an indefinite relative pronoun, some standing here, who. It's called relative because it's going to be related to some other word or pronoun, in this case going back to some. So there's some who. Again, the nominative, plural, who. Ume, this is a strong negation, never, not. You notice the double negation, gus ontai, from guo, to taste. This is the third person plural, aorist, middle subjunctive, who will not taste for themselves, they will not experience. The facial sense of it is they won't die, they won't experience the experience of dying. Thanatu, will not taste of death. Thanatos, death, this is the genitive singular. Heos is a conjunction, it means until. The on is a particle, and it introduces the subjunctive until such a time as, we might say, idosin, from edo, to see, to experience. This is the third person plural. Aorist active subjunctive, until they see or experience. They see, ton huion, the son to anthropu of man, the formula reference to the Daniel 7 character, until they see the Son of Man, ergomenon. Of course, the Son of Man coming is the idea expressed in Daniel 7. He comes in the clouds of heaven to establish, to inaugurate a kingdom, and that seems to be what's in view here. Coming in, te basileia, in the kingdom, autu, of him. So Jesus seems on the one hand in the previous verse to refer to a moment that would take place many years in the future at the second coming, in which none of these people obviously would still be alive, and yet now he makes reference to some standing there who would see this event. And I think it leads rationally to the conviction that two different events are in view here. And at this point, he's speaking of something that would take place soon enough, that there would be some standing there who would not taste death. Not likely the transfiguration, although that does take place rather soon. But it only, of course, appears in the connection of three of these, Peter, James, and John, and presumably all of them were still alive at the time, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to refer to it to that event. Pentecost, similarly, was going to take place in the fairly near future. Probably the best candidate is the establishment of the kingdom that takes place in the overthrow of the Old Covenant era. The state of Israel, which was created under the Mosaic Code, had within it provisions of the blessing and the curse. The curse, of course, was what finally came. We have no king but Caesar, was the declaration of these people repudiating the God of the Old Testament, and thus that Old Covenant state is finally overthrown in a dispositive moment in 70 A.D. And there were some. There was at least one, John, who survived until that moment and was able to witness it while most of the others had died. So in terms of attempts to construe this verse, that seems to be the most likely prospect for making sense out of it. Some would be standing there who would see the final establishment of the kingdom as an independent movement in history, separated, untethered from Jerusalem, from the temple, and so on, standing as it were on its own 2 feet, plunging into the pages of history, and yet at the same time, way out in the future would be the final consummate moment in which the kingdom would reach its concluding expression, and the final judgment alluded to by Jesus in the previous verse would take place.